Yo amigos, this is Patrick V and welcome to a new video on the channel. In this video I'm gonna tell you guys, explain you guys actually how to play Domination, and I'm also gonna give you guys some tips so you can win those battles. But before we're gonna begin, if you want to be a better hardcore player, be sure to hit that subscribe button so I can teach you how to get better. Alright, so when it comes to it is as classic as it gets. You're tasked with capturing and holding as many objectives as you can in order to gain more points than the enemy team. It's hectic stuff, guys. There are a total of 3 objectives dotted across each of the maps, and it's up to you and your team to hold them. Of course, this is easier said than done, as the enemy team will be fighting you for those all-important points. At first, it's incredibly frantic, hectic, but once you become accustomed to the chaos, there's a few strategies that ultimately swing the point advantage in your favor. Alright, so how does Domination work? The very basics are as followed. There are 2 teams of 6 players, 3 objectives around each map. Players are tasked with capturing and holding as many of these objectives as they can. The more objectives you hold, the more points you acquire per second. Once a team reaches 100 points, a halftime is called and both teams are swapped sides. The first team to reach 200 points wins. So those are kind of the basics. You got like A, B and C point, and one team starts at A, the other team starts at C, and then you're gonna fight over B. So when you want to, if you want to capture a point, if you stand on a point alone, it will take approximately 10 seconds to capture it. The more guys are on the point, the better, so the faster you can capture it. When someone is capturing an objective, it will change colors. At first it's kind of white. If you capture it, it's gonna be turquoise, like bluish, and if the enemy captured it, it will be red. If an enemy is capturing your point, you're gonna see the blue color with a red outline to see how far they are. And for the enemy, that is the same, of course. And the points are as followed. Every 5 seconds, 1 point. You will get 1 point per objective. So if you got 2 points, that means the end score can be 200 versus 100. So there are 2 types of players playing Domination. You got the killers. The killers are only going for the kills, obviously, and they're gonna try their best to spawn trap you. They're gonna try to walk alongside your point in that area. So those are the killers, and you got the people who are playing the objectives. They jump on point, they try to defend it, and they really want to win the game. You kind of need them both, actually, because if you got a killer in your team, you can easily capture B. If you don't have a killer in your team, then you really have to fight for B. So yeah, it can be good to have a killer on your side. Alright, so let's start with the tips, guys. So the first tip I got for you guys is don't jump on the point without checking for enemies, because if you do, it's basically like a free kill towards the enemy's kill streaks, and well, you don't want that now, do you? The second one is, if you're gonna defend between B and their flag, because well, it is harder for them to advance towards B. Plus, if they are on B, they don't really expect people from behind them now, do they? The next one is don't push too far or the spawns will be flipped. If you're gonna run on their spawn, even though they don't have A, they only have C, for example, they will spawn at A. So that kind of sucks, since then you need to capture C and the spawns are flipped and everything turns around. So for sort of the peace in the chaotic mess in some of the games, it's best for you to capture A and B and then, well, don't go too far so the spawns won't flip. so you know where they're coming from. That was actually my next point I wanted to talk to you guys. Try to capture A and B so you know where the enemy will come from, where the enemy will spawn. It's kind of easier to defend that way. And I think it's easier to capture A and B and not A and C, for example, because then the enemies will spawn in the middle of the map and they can go both ways. So that's kind of hard to keep a hold on those 2 points. Unless you're playing on Ardennes Forest, because then you actually have like sort of a line of sight-ish thingy, so that's kind of easier. So the next tip I'm gonna give you guys is I highly recommend choosing a weapon that's appropriate to the type of map that you play on. If you're fighting on a expansive battlefield, a sniper rifle could do the trick. Well, for example, Ardennes Forest, the place between A and B, that's sniper worthy. And if you're not really comfortable with the sniper, play with a SMG or with a shotgun. Kind of hesitating about that, but that's mainly because I don't like playing against shotgun players, but that's it. Well, use the rifles. Rifles are really good actually because you can use them for the long shots, but you can also use them for close combats. So that's really good, obviously. It may sound obvious, but it's vital that you're trying to hold more than one objective at a time. This means that you're constantly acquiring more points than the enemy team and can be safe in the knowledge that a win is on the cards, that the win is on the table. So try to hold on to 2 points and you might, well, you win the game. That's it. If you're struggling to gain control of a certain point and constantly dying, trying to reach an objective, it's worth going for a different one. Sometimes an enemy might be heavily defending one point but completely ignoring another. It's worth a shot, guys. It is definitely worth a shot. Be hesitant when pushing an objective by yourself. So often I try to sneak behind the enemy lines and capture a point thinking I'm a really good ninja. Actually, it always ended in my demise. Make sure you got backup with you when pushed a point. Another good tip I got for you guys: before attempting to capture an objective, make sure to lob a grenade in for good measure. You never know who you might catch. And that's really true. Some people are sitting in a corner, and I'm really thinking on London Ducks. With B, you got like a sneaky corner that you can sit on. If you lob in a grenade, then you might kill that one. But the same goes for those sneaky mines, those bouncing boobies, bouncing baddies, sorry. You destroy them as well with the grenade. So it definitely is worth it to lob a grenade in. If you're capturing a second objective, I kind of said it before, but try your best to hold on to it. Stay nearby and defend the point as best as you can. It's crucial that you're racking up those points. And if you got 2 points and they have 1, that means every 5 seconds you get 2 points, they got 1 point, get 1 point. So that means you're gonna win. And the final one, and this is the most important one, I think: remember that your kill-death ratio doesn't matter. Domination is all about playing the objective. And I wanted to keep that one for last because some people are only going for the kills. I have to admit, sometimes I do the same. I only go in for the kills, but that's mostly when I am trying for to get those kill contracts in. If not, I really want to win, because if you win you get more bonus points, and if you get more bonus points you rank up faster, and if you rank up faster you get certain weapons faster, and you can prestige faster, and your score per minute is higher, that sort of stuff. So these were the tips. I hope these were useful for you guys. If so, please let me know in the comments below. If you got a tip of your own that I didn't cover, let me know in the comments below as well. Let's help each other be better at domination. If you want me to do more videos like this, for example on Gridiron or other game modes, let me know in the comments as well. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.